Hi folks, so today we're going to do some multiplication practice. Now the traditional way, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, is fine and is a good way of practicing your number facts and your times tables. The problem is that it doesn't really have a strong foundation, doesn't show what it should look like. So this is almost a step for you to insert before you moved on to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, to give a concrete understanding of what multiplication actually looks like. So to start off, count out a collection of items for whatever times table you want to work on and put them in a pile or something like this. Ask the child or children to estimate how many do they think there are there. Remember, estimating is a guess, but it's an informed guess. So looking at that, they're probably not going to say 3 because you can see there's already more than 3 there. And also you can probably say, if they say something like, I think there's 1,000, you can ask them, well, do you think there's that many? What do you think? And then a chance to reflect on it. So once they've made their guess, I'm going to say 15. You then ask, okay, I would like you to split them up into groups of, and then whatever times table you're doing. So I'm going to do this into groups of 3 and lay them out in groups of 3. Now, if you've got plastic cups, you could lay them out and put 3 in each cup. That's a good visual representation. I don't have cups, so I'm just going to move them out into groups of 3. So there's one group of 3, 2 groups of 3, 3 groups of 3, 4 groups of 3, 5 groups of 3, 6 groups of 3, and 7 groups of 3. So then you could say, okay, so we've had that number there. Split it into groups of 3. How many groups did you get? Well, I've got 7 groups of 3 out of that number. Okay, so then you would ask, well, what is 7 groups of 3 then? And then we would count. So we know the top row is 3, and I know 3 and 3 is 6, so this would be 6. And then we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 7 groups of 3 makes 21. How does that compare to the original estimate? Well, I guessed 15. Was I right? I wasn't. There was more than 15. There was 21, so that's more. Then, what you could do is you could practice counting in 3. So notice is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So you can see you're getting that counting, but now there's a visual representation of what it actually looks like. Then you could ask, okay, I've got 5 groups of 3, how many is that? So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to count to here. Well, I know that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 5 groups of 3 would be 15. You could repeat that and you could get out the paper, and that's when you could talk about, writing it down and how you do that. So 5 groups of 3. Well, what's the way of doing groups? It's times. So I would do 5 times 3, and how many was that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I would do it that way. Hopefully this is useful. If you've got any other questions, please send me a message. Thanks very much.